What if the invisible fire prayer wasn't just a spiritual practice, but the secret code to access a hidden reality that already exists beyond what your eyes can see? There is a silent, invisible space where this prayer pulses as an active force, shaping possibilities in the quantum field of the mind, even when you don't realize it. Why? Then, do you still feel that what you want is so far away, even when you're doing everything right? What really holds you back is not out there, but within you, in the limitations you have not yet dared to face. Today, you will discover how to enter this space where your power does not depend on extreme effort, luck, or external validation. You will rediscover the creative intelligence that has always flowed through you, waiting to be activated. You are not a random accident in the universe. You are a transmitter of vibrational codes, and the invisible fire prayer is a call from your consciousness to remember who you really are. Comment now, "I activate my invisible fire," and tell me, where in the world are you watching this video from? I want to feel how far this energy is reaching. What you will discover today about the invisible fire prayer can transform not only how you interpret the world, but also how you create your own reality. Imagine that there is a hidden code, a subtle force that works silently behind the scenes of your mind, shaping invisible possibilities and opening paths where there seemed to be no way out. That is the promise of this journey, to reveal the clarity behind a secret that connects the invisible to the visible, the internal to the external. The invisible fire prayer is not just a traditional spiritual practice, but a living force, an energetic pattern that acts as a bridge between your inner state and the manifestations that arise in your daily life. It represents a frequency that can be activated to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, a vibrational language that translates your personal power into concrete results without excessive effort, without relying on luck or external validation. According to the author who inspired this reflection, consciousness is the essence that transmits vibrational codes to the quantum field of the mind. For her, reality is not a fixed structure, but a dynamic language that reflects what happens within us. Thoughts, intentions, and emotions make up this subtle grammar that shapes the outside world. That is why the invisible fire prayer reveals itself as the key to accessing this profound transformation, allowing you to become a conscious co-creator of your existence. To ignore this vibrational language is to remain stuck in old patterns, repeating cycles without effectively changing the frequency that feeds them. It is like trying to change the image reflected in the mirror without changing the expression on your face. This disconnection keeps personal power dormant, preventing desires from manifesting naturally and fluidly. But when you begin to recognize and intentionally emit your own signals, everything aligns. Answers come faster, coincidences take on a clear purpose, and confidence is born from within, opening a path where excessive effort gives way to conscious surrender and the flow of creation. If this content is already awakening something new in you, subscribe to the channel right now. And if you want to support this expansion, click Super Thanks. Your energy helps bring this message to more people. In the next step, we'll dive into the vibrational code from the inside, how it actually works in the invisible dimension before manifesting in the material world. But how exactly does this invisible force organize itself? How does the invisible fire prayer structure itself before manifesting as a concrete result in your life? Imagine that there is an invisible workshop inside you. Every thought, emotion, and intention functions as a vibrational tool in this inner space. This is where the invisible fire prayer begins to take shape, like a sculpture made of energy before it becomes reality. According to Neville Goddard, who inspired this practice, external reality is a reflected expression of deep internal states. He taught that imagination is the language of the soul and that the universe responds like a faithful mirror to what we vibrate internally. That is exactly what happens here. Your vibration becomes a language, and the world becomes a mirror that responds. Even without knowing it, you are already transmitting this invisible language all the time. Your fears, your faith, your silent intentions. All of this creates the foundation of what you experience. The question is, how often are you programming your reality? And now that you understand how this symbolic mechanism works, let's reveal the 3 pillars that consciously activate this field. It is through intention, emotion, and frequency that your reality begins to form from the inside out. Now that you understand how the vibrational code operates behind the scenes, it's time to tune your own transmission. 3 fundamental elements determine whether you are attuned to the reality you desire: clear intention, felt emotion, and compatible frequency. These 3 pillars form the triad of quantum activation, the invisible foundation that supports all inner creation. The first pillar is intention, which goes far beyond simply wanting something. Intention is the conscious starting point. It is knowing exactly what you want and, more importantly, why. It is not enough to desire something vague. You need to visualize your goal clearly, name it, and specify it. The deep mind responds to precise commands. An intention without clarity is like shooting an arrow without a defined target. The result will be scattered and directionless. Next, we have emotion, which acts as the vibrational fuel of creation. When you feel gratitude, love, or enthusiasm in anticipation of something that has not yet happened, you're sending out a powerful signal that magnetizes that reality. Emotions are not mere accessories. They're the Wi-Fi signal that connects your desire to the invisible field, amplifying and strengthening the resonance between you and what you want to attract. The third pillar is frequency, which represents the continuous pattern of your energy. It is not just about passing thoughts, but the vibrational state that you maintain constantly. This base frequency is the filter and organizer of the experiences that come to you, functioning as a subtle magnet that attracts what is in tune with your usual pattern. When intention, emotion, and frequency are aligned, only one element is missing for the desired reality to fully manifest: inspired action. This is the subtle and powerful movement that connects your inner world to the visible, making tangible what once seemed only an idea or a dream. In the next step, we will explore exactly how this conscious and motivated action works as the bridge that materializes your intentions, bringing your creative power to life. Intention, emotion, and frequency build the energy field where our manifestations take shape, but one last link is missing for this energy to cross dimensions and manifest in the physical world: conscious action. Without this movement that connects the invisible to the visible, even the most powerful vibrations remain unrealized potentialities. This movement that arises from inner alignment is not the result of struggle or unbridled effort. It is a natural response to subtle impulses, ideas that arise with lightness, opportunities that appear in the silence of the present moment. It is a decision that does not weigh heavily, that flows because it springs from a deep vibrational attunement. When you act in this way, you are translating your inner energy into steps that reverberate in the world, creating a bridge between what you feel and what you want to achieve. Many confuse this type of movement with agitation. Pressure, fear, and comparison generate actions that drain energy and reinforce the field of scarcity. The universe, however, responds to coherence, not to haste. The right movement, the one that arises from the right frequency, is what truly transforms, while forced effort only keeps you stuck in the cycle of anxiety and frustration. How can you recognize when a step is true and aligned? You feel lightness, expansion, and inner clarity. It may be an insight that appears unexpectedly, the desire to learn something new, a conversation that arises at the right moment, an invitation that catches your attention without causing tension. There is no doubt or pressure, just a quiet certainty that guides the next step. Now that you understand the value of this subtle and conscious movement, you are ready to dive into the mental techniques and symbolic rituals that accelerate this process. In the next steps, you will learn to visualize, affirm, and anchor this new frequency with all the strength necessary to transform dreams into tangible reality. You are already ready. You just need to learn to listen to the right impulse and allow it to guide your way. Before action can flow smoothly, there is an invisible foundation that needs to be nurtured daily: an aligned mind, an expanded heart, and a present body. This triad is the foundation upon which quantum anchoring techniques work, preparing the inner ground so that outer movement is a natural expression of your highest vibration. Set aside a few minutes each day to immerse yourself in your desired reality with sensory richness. Feel the texture around you. Notice the scents that perfume the air. Listen to the sounds that accompany this moment. Allow yourself to inhabit the scene, enveloping yourself with joy and anticipatory gratitude. This intimate and concrete experience is the most powerful vibrational code you can create. Use affirmations that respect your inner truth. Instead of saying, "I am rich," choose phrases such as, "I have aligned myself today with opportunities that expand my prosperity." The secret is to feel that you are already on this path, without resistance or internal denial. This way, the message goes straight to your subconscious, integrating naturally and effectively. The practice of conscious silence, even if brief, opens space for the universe to respond to you. In moments of mindfulness, the mind quiets, intuition reveals itself, and the flow becomes evident. Being present is a powerful magnetism. A centered mind attracts with much greater precision than 1,000 anxious and scattered desires. But even with consistent practice, many still perceive subtle blocks, sabotaging fears, beliefs that nullify vibration. It's time to shed light on these hidden areas within yourself. In the next step, we'll uncover how these silent blocks work and how you can consciously reprogram them to unleash your full manifestation potential. Even when you practice with dedication, it may seem like the results aren't coming, as if something is blocking the natural flow of creation. This is because there is something deeper at work behind the scenes, invisible programming that sabotages your vibration without you even realizing it. Don't blame yourself for this. It's not a sign of failure, but part of the transformation process. These invisible blocks are like hidden codes installed throughout your life through emotional memories, echoes of the past, and inherited patterns that have become embedded in your energy. They act as vibrational filters, reinterpreting everything you emit and creating subtle barriers that limit the manifestation of what you desire. They are not personal flaws, but automatic systems that act without you having to think about them. They manifest in various ways that you may already be familiar with. That inner voice that doubts your worth, the procrastination that delays your steps, the silent fear of failure, or even the discomfort you feel when receiving something good. Even when your conscious desire is to prosper, if your vibrational base is tuned to scarcity, the field responds with resistance and blockages. Recognizing these signs is the first step to freeing yourself. The key to reprogramming these patterns is to bring light to the shadows. Observe clearly. Name what arises, whether it is fear, insecurity, or doubt, and decide to no longer feed that old frequency. Every time the inner saboteur appears, create a conscious pause, take a deep breath, and replace the automatic reaction with a new vibrational command aligned with your highest intention. This simple act of presence and conscious choice begins to dissolve what once seemed invisible and immutable. Identifying these blockages is only the beginning of the journey. The next step is to install new internal codes, frequencies that resonate with your true and highest essence. That is what we will do now. Build a new vibrational system based on the truth of your being, so that manifestation flows naturally as you rest and allow the invisible fire to transform your reality. Now that you have identified the patterns that were limiting your vibration, it is time to make a conscious choice. Install new vibrational codes. This process begins with full awareness of what you want and a true, firm, and loving intention. It is time to let go of what no longer serves you and make room for the new, for an energy field that reflects your highest essence. But what are these vibrational codes? Think of them as unique energetic signatures, born from the union between your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and decisions. Every positive thought, every aligned word, every small conscious action represents a line of code that you insert into your energy field. It is your internal frequency renewing itself, creating a new invisible language that shapes your reality. To install a new pattern, it is not enough to simply desire it. You must repeat with emotion the state you want to live in. Use affirmations that resonate with your deepest truth. Visualize in detail what is already yours, and speak as if you were already living this new reality. However, the most important step is to act consistently with this new field you are creating. Thinking is the beginning of change, but acting in alignment is what sets the vibrational code in a lasting way. These codes need care and maintenance. A simple way to do this is to keep a vibrational journal where you record your internal states and recognize the moments when your frequency is aligned. Another valuable practice is to create presence reminders, small anchors that bring your attention back to your dominant state. It's not about policing every thought, but about cultivating a natural and constant frequency that becomes part of your being. Every micro-action you take is a confirmation to the universe that you are rewriting your reality from the inside out. And when that code begins to stabilize, the external world will respond in tune. In the next step, you will learn to recognize the first signs of these visible manifestations and how to amplify them even further, strengthening your vibrational field and making the process increasingly fluid and natural. When the new codes begin to settle into your vibrational field, the external reality responds, not with immediate explosions, but with subtle signs, symbolic responses that indicate that your new frequency is active. These signs are like dimensional mirrors, small events that reflect the energy you emit. They appear in the form of meaningful coincidences, numerical repetitions, unexpected encounters, or ideas that come up at just the right moment. They are echoes from the field, whispering that your vibration is being heard. Recognizing these signs requires refined attention, a gaze that goes beyond the obvious. It may be a phrase you hear repeatedly on the same day, or someone talking about something you thought silently. It may be an opportunity that arises when you let go of control, or a sudden change in your mood that indicates that something is realigning internally. The secret lies in being present, interpreting with your heart, not just your mind. It is in this presence that you grasp the true meaning of these symbolic responses. When you recognize a sign and feel gratitude, you intensify the vibrational field. It's like saying to the universe, "Yes, I see. Keep going." Every confirmation, no matter how small, is an invitation for the new reality to manifest itself even more. Gratitude acts as an amplifier, reinforcing the connection between your intention and the reflection you receive from the world around you. This makes the process more fluid, natural, and fulfilling. Now that you have learned to notice these signs of your new frequency in the real world, it is time to integrate it all. In the next step, we will bring together each part of this journey to form a new vibrational identity, a way of living that is aligned, conscious, and powerful. Prepare to take on the spiritual responsibility of maintaining this attunement, cultivating this presence that transforms the invisible into a tangible reality. You have come this far because something within you has recognized the truth that has been revealed. During this journey, you accessed hidden codes, reprogrammed invisible patterns, aligned your vibration, learned to act with awareness, and began to perceive the subtle signs that the universe sends. Each step, each practice, each moment of presence has been preparing the ground for a real and profound transformation. But knowing is not enough. True change happens through integration, through living daily in this new frequency that you have activated. The reality you wish to manifest no longer depends on external circumstances, but on how much you decide to act, think, and feel like someone who already inhabits their best version. It is an invitation to incorporate this vibration into every gesture, every word, every breath, living with coherence, authenticity, and power. It is important to remember, with love and care, that neglecting this wisdom is allowing yourself to return to the old cycles you already know. Knowledge is a key that only works when used. The universe does not respond to what you merely hear, but to what you vibrate with intention and consistency. Now you know this. This is your power, but also your sacred responsibility. If this journey has touched your heart, illuminated your mind, or awakened your inner strength, sign up now to continue receiving profound, direct, and distraction-free content. And if you wish to give back this energy with generosity, click on the Super Thanks button below and make a symbolic contribution. This will help this message reach more people, keep this work alive, and strengthen a vibrational network of active consciousness. What started here is just the beginning. Keep your field clear, your mind awake, and your intention firm. Return to this content whenever you need to remember who you are, a conscious co-creator, capable of shaping reality with presence and vibrational power. May your journey continue to expand, and may your light reach all who need to feel its brilliance. You are ready, live as such,